All right, and we're live here from QuakeCon 2005 as the countdown has begun for this. Which one are we at? Winners bracket final right now, TosspoT? We have got U5 versus check6 underway, and TosspoT might pee his pants as we get this action underway. No,
how about that?
No, you're really gonna.
The four-fire launch in there, not connecting this time, as Rivers lands the first frag of the match against U5. Silver hits the deck as well, not coming in with a grand frag. check6, certainly the favorites going into this tournament, but I was converted. That U5 performance against Motor, I don't know. Now the U5 really have a bee in their bonnet.
I do have to jump in here, just to save face.
Dynamite planted.
I like Australians, I really do. Please don't hate me. I'm gonna have the modus operandi team like jumping me outside the event because I was just playing, man. I like the Aussies. Okay, but we do have this match underway, and we did see some great plays from U5. Let me just get you a quick rundown of who's playing. For U5, we have Aaliyah, Bob, Axe, Silver, Nomad, and Special. Nomad's been stalking TosspoT this whole time. check6, Revers, Elps, Jack, Intact, Knight, and Dozer. This match is well underway. We're sitting here on radar, and we're trying to get an idea of what's going on radar. I mean, how far have these teams gotten?
check6 grabbing that flag, Dynamite down now on the side entrance, having already blown the main. It's just Elps to launch his way through. U5 not quite sure what's hit them just yet. check6 very aggressive going into this one. Very, very much upping the ante. There is Elps hitting the deck from Bob's MP40. U5 now have to secure down. It'll be interesting to see with side about to blow and check6 already pushing forward through that main entrance. It is not looking too good for U5, who have now, it looks like, fully committed to a fallback. Looks like we have Silver and Nomad. The Axe coming in with that MP40. Now, let's see what they got at the side. Command post is up. Here they come. Covert Ops and Right Battle Nade. On in they go. And to hell with it. There is U5 just annihilating the medics coming in afterwards. Too little too late. Special is still standing for that U5 side. With Radar Pod picked up and dropped. But Dozer and Intact, two medics left at that side entrance. And just insignificant now to the rest of the attack with Covert and NG both out for the count.
I look at Special right now, and it looks like he went... Whoa, crap. West radar parts? He's falling back, trying to join his teammate as West radar parts were picked up briefly. They have been dropped and
secured on the truck.
And secured on the truck. Oh, they've actually grabbed the West radar parts.
Yes, they have. Knight was the one.
That's not a good sign. If the West radar parts go first, that is not a good sign here on radar. Normally, we focus on the East radar parts and the West comes last. But to have West picked up early, this is not a good situation for U5 to be in at all.
No, it's not, but East, you know, early enemy territory, we saw East was the main focus. You know, you set yourself up 3 on the tin roof, back it up with 2 over at the radar and a roaming player, maybe an engineer. You can hold on, you can dig in. 12 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock. We've had next to no time as check6 are already right in their faces. This U5 side already having to fall all the way back. This was not the game plan. And I don't know whether it's a lack of concentration because they have really struggled to actually lock down any defense. That command post is already gone. Rever's going to leave the charge down. Here comes Dozer making a move on the East radar box now. Going through there is Special, trying to clear him on out. He does from the rear with the MP40 and plucks those East radar pods up before they even hit the floor.
Right now as we have some airstrikes being tossed out, trying to do some damage around that East radar parts, clear the way for the check6 team, waiting for their next opportunity to attack and grab. Watching right now, I'm going to back up a little bit, take a look from high above. See the explosions. It's amazing how the radar keeps turning in spite of all those explosions. And we have the next attack coming in by the check6 team. Now I'm watching these guys. They're setting up all around. They're spreading their defenses, ready for the grab. They're getting closer, and sure enough, here comes Dozer making his move. As an artillery strike comes through, rifle nade busting through there. Dozer obliterated, and the radar parts, while taken, are dropped in front of the radar. We're waiting for the next check6 to come in and try to grab Intact, kind of bouncing around. Jack bouncing around as well. It's like they're waiting to have that opportunity. Sure enough, it has been picked up. They took their time with it, and already you hear that. Goodbye. It's as if they're trying to call this game right now.
Wow, check6 certainly very happy with themselves. 5 for effects down. This is not good news. Elps clearing out Bob here. 10 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock. Second 5 for effect going in. U5 just desperately trying to get through that main entrance. Not happening. Aaliyah rifle, they drop him one, but Elps follows it up, hitting out special. Nomad has made his way through. Hands a special. They are in destruct. check6 spawning right in front of them. Knight hitting the deck, followed by a give. Nomad out for the count himself. Axis support fire is in position, and it will just not connect with either of them. And right now it's all on Aaliyah trying to get it towards that truck area.
I'm watching inside as we had Intact holding on to those east radar parts. He thought he was nice and secure at his spawn point, and he got jumped by the U5 team. So they're going to slow that down just a little bit. Have to reset the allied team, trying to make another attack on those radar parts, and they're going to have to give this another shot. But with 9 minutes and 50 seconds left to go, and only the east radar left to worry about, I still think we're going to see a pretty good time on this map. But, you know, Elps has control of those radar parts, trying to get him to the truck in time. But U5, they want as much time on the clock as they can possibly grab to give them a chance at beating the time. Looking to see where the... Well, there you go. I was looking to see where the item was, and sure enough, 5:27 is going to be the time set here initially on radar. What are you thinking?
Yes, very nicely done by them, as, you know, they just knew that everything that they endeavored to do, check6 that time, it paid off for them. As they went on a rampage, as they grabbed those radar parts, there was nothing that that check6 that united5 could do at all. Look, ruined that one anyway. U5 really, again, it's the aim that's saving them here. They were able to pull that one back and add on, you know, an extra 2 or 3 minutes after that first east grab. And it's solely their aim that is saving them right here, because technically, check6 are all over them on U5's map.
I do think that they got a little extra time by being smart, rotating around and sending someone inside that spawn point to clear out the carrier of the east radar parts that last time. Gave them about 30 more seconds onto it. So, I mean, that wasn't just aim. That was actually thinking it out and trying to get a few more seconds on the board. So, you know, aim is playing heavily into them getting any time on the board, but, you know, hey, gotta give them some credit for thinking things through and coming around the corner. Now we are waiting on 2 more players to ready up, and just in case you're just tuning in, it's check6 versus U5 in the enemy territory winner bracket finals. Playing for check6, Intact, Jack, Knight, Dozer, Revers, and Elps, and of course for U5 we have Nomad, Axe, Silver, Special, Bob, and Aaliyah. We've got the prepare for fight underway. 10 seconds left on the countdown. We are going to have a very short time to work with here.
It can be done. 5 minutes is fine. 7 minutes is your average. 3, 2, 1. U5 have it all to do. They picked radar. It looks like check6 picked ice, although we haven't had final confirmation on that. Who would pick ice in their right mind? I have no idea. Support fire, TosspoT. U5 just have the ball back. There it is from Jack. Takes down the teammate, but blew away Bob. Second support fire going in there. 5 perfect is through, and just hopping through over the wall is Nvidia. Is U5 Axe. As he goes through, just down again. But U5 get a good respawn time. Now going to push him up towards that side entrance with Bob and Nomad, it looks like.
Watching Nomad as he's tossing some grenades inside towards that forward spawn point, trying to do some damage, maybe make an attack here, doing the best he can. Now on the U5 side, we're just watching these guys. I mean, they're making their way through. Like I said, Nomad throwing some grenades in there. They are getting flanked. We have a couple of the check6 guys coming down the pathway behind there. Knight trying to do some damage, but U5 not having any of it. 4 minutes and 32 seconds left. The command post constructed by the Axis team to give them a little boost. And we're looking to have dynamite planted at either entrance. They really do need to get some... The side is planted? Okay, well that's good to have, but now it's all about that forward spawn point or getting dynamite planted on that main entrance to claim the forward spawn point permanently for the remainder of this match. What do we have? 2 seconds left on the dynamite. The side entrance will be available. Can they get that command post in their hands?
Well, we've seen check6 time and time again in a stunning command post defense. Revers tossing a grenade forward. He'll whip out the rifle when it comes down to it. Revers is the beast with the rifle when he chooses to be so. Goes in, grabs the gib, and that's another important focus that we may have missed in other games. You know, that gib is also important, but look at that defense. It's Dozer and it's Revers. Is there another one? It's Jack who's just up top. Jack is there solely for the back rage. He will sit up above, open the door, fire for effect, and if it looks like the rest of the players can hold on, Jack will drop down from that top door outside, go back in, and just come up with the back rage. I personally disgust this tactic because it is terrible. You have a crossfire, use it. Don't then go for a back rage, because a back rage may not pay off if you've already lost all your other players.
So we're watching as that side entrance not able to be utilized by the U5 team, but they are going to plant dynamite at the main entrance, try to permanently claim the forward spawn point. They do have the forward spawn point right now, as Elb's planting some landmines on the other side of that main entrance, just waiting for them. He's planting them in such a way that as they come in and dodge to the sides, they're going to run right into the damage he has waiting for him. So these guys are prepared with 3 minutes left to go. check6 is waiting for the U5 guys to rush through. 3, 2, 1, and that dynamite's going to explode. Main entrance has been claimed. Now all eyes focusing on the east and west radar parts, and we're looking for that first attack. Which direction's it going to come from?
U5 trying to secure that command post, give them 2 alleyways of attack. Revers is going to be the one to lead. The charge 4 pro down in the grass, using that for his benefit. Couldn't get landmine down, dropped out for the count. Elps with a self-kill. That self-kill leaves them just 3 players at that command post. I say just, as we will have reinforcements to make it 4, possibly 5. Basically, check6 will wait. They'll wait to see whether it's main, and they'll rotate. It is main. Those are Ignite are rotating right now. Elps and Intact, though, don't need them. Landmine, connecting 40s, Revers double rifle, and U5 are in a whole world of trouble now, because with 2 minutes and 10, the beauty of radar is it can be done in maybe 10 seconds either way. It's not over till the fat lady sings, but check6 are really looking strong.
Yes, they are. 2 minutes left to go. We have Knight making his way, watching that side entrance, waiting for them to come through. U5, where are they at? We're looking around as they're actually looking for a side entrance attack. We have 5 of them out here coming through. Look at that support fire. Lined up with the rifle nades coming out from Jack and Revers, and look at this, just check6 after check6 kill as we have time ticking away, and these guys not able to make it through. They're sending all their bodies through each entrance and then just being obliterated by the explosions. Next spawn coming in for the U5 team. It looks like we're having a main entrance attack. They're rushing out, immediately taking damage. We have 1 down from Elves finding Nomad. They're coming through that main entrance. Support fire outside, and it's just not looking good. A lot of death going on here. These guys keep on trying, but they're getting denied at every entrance.
Revers bouncing rifle nade off that back wall, makes it a second. That's a hat trick for Revers pushing forward, and this is where you see quite what Revers is like. We haven't seen Revers play rifle so far because it's been not his map. Now it is. Elps chipping in with double MP40 frags, 54 seconds on this spot. You have to wonder what U5 have to do. They've tried attacks here, they've tried attacks there. It's not worked. And just to articulate that fact, if I pull down my console, I could count forever and ever and ever with 6 frags.
That's pretty much what I was noticing as well. Just one right after another. They're able to make that work for them. 35 seconds left to go. Still waiting for a grab on either of those radar parts. These guys keep fighting, and you hear it. The call coming out there. The enemy is weakened. I don't know about that. The enemy is actually very strong. As U5 comes through the main entrance, we've got a double team going on. A little revive. As soon as he goes into the revive, picked off from across the map. More damage handed out. Let's see what else is going on here. 10 seconds left. U5's final spawn of this first map, and it's not going to get them very far. Panzer Faust from above. A 3-man grenade from Elps to close out this first match. Very well played.
U5 really struggling to get in this one. Players racking up 6, 8, and 6 frags apiece. Only 3 players making it into double figures. Those were Nomad, Aaliyah, and Bob. If we are going to ice, then check6 are going to be very, very happy with the way they do it. And the reason is check6 control the flow of the enemy. check6 fire for effect here, forcing them to go one way, and check6 are there waiting for them with a rifle nade from Revers, going to break them up before they even get there.
So I'm watching here. I'm waiting for the map to be selected. You've heard the rumor of ice. What do you think about selecting? I mean, we just don't see...
Oh, Oasis.
Oasis. Now, I can handle Oasis over ice, but this could be long.
Well...
Have you seen these guys playing on Oasis?
We don't just watch, we watch in awe when these guys play Oasis.
Okay.
These guys absolutely rock the house on Oasis. The simple reason, it's the same as ice. They control... Miles said Gold Rush. So, I don't know whether...
Wait a second.
As long as it's not ice, I'm happy. But, if it is Oasis, then check6 rock the house because they can do exactly what they would do on ice. They control the flow of traffic. They'll power you down in the main entrance with rifle nade, with support fire, and then if you're indisciplined, you will have died from that.
Right.
And then they'll pummel you with the self-kill, and they basically make sure that they never attack in 6. And, well, check6 certainly airing a bit of confidence. I was chatting with Revers earlier, and he did say he didn't mean to be cocky, but they were the strongest here on all maps.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Well, they were quite happy that they believed that U5 had been, in awe of their own Oasis tactics after studying it. So, I don't know. I think check6 certainly have this one in their hands to lose it. But I won't forget Modus versus U5, where U5 suddenly erupted and the volcano went off and the smoke didn't stop.
And it's still going right now. So we're watching these guys. We're waiting to figure out. It sounds like, I mean, it's kind of going back and forth, but I do think we're on Oasis here. I think that may be the final word. I'm still watching to see if they're going to be changing maps. It doesn't look like it's happening. Now, I understand going forward, throwing out all the damage in the ruins hallways back there, the ruins walkways. But I hate when matches sit there. Like, I want these guys to get through. I can't help it. I'm going to be cheering for the person who gets trapped in those hallways to come through to the other side. Because as a caster, I sit there and I go, okay, they're dying again.
Well,
please show me some old town fun times.
The future is bright for that. There's SW Oasis TE, which is out now. The interesting fact that if we are playing Oasis and U5 were not prepared for that, they thought it was going to be another map. I know U5 have, I think, 7 players here, and they rotate depending on the map.
Right.
So that could have caught them off guard. I don't know whether that would have affected them on this one. I don't know. But, for instance, Nomad didn't play against Modus. In fact, he was sitting right here clapping.
Yes, he was. So Nomad currently in the lineup. Will that come back to bite him? We'll find out very soon as we're waiting for Nomad to ready up. He's getting a quick rundown from his teammates. Okay, dude, here's what you do on this map. I know we don't normally play. I don't know. They may normally play him, but we're watching him as he waits to ready up. If you don't know, check6 versus U5. Playing for check6 is Intact, Jack, Knight, Dozer, Revers, and Elps. Playing for U5, Nomad, Axe, Silver, Special, Bob, and Aaliyah. We're waiting for the final ready up. We'll get this second map started, and we're going to wait to see what these guys have up their sleeves. Will they have any sneaky attacks? Will U5 be ready to go? Will check6
He disconnected and it readied up, so I have a feeling this one won't be live. They're subbing him out, so they're doing exactly what they thought they might. I guess
come on. I wanted to put Nomad on the spot.
Spartan that comes in. So, Spartan coming in.
Okay.
Now, we obviously don't know how that'll affect things, but what's clear is, if check6 play this the way they want to, and full hold, that's game with them.
Right.
It's match point.
Right.
Now, check6 on Oasis are stunning. You know, this is their home map, they pick it for a reason, they are strong in it. This past European season, I can't remember them losing on Oasis to anyone. Although I'm sure Parodia will correct me on that one. But they have themselves a home map here. They're so good on it.
Nomad, you've been kicked. You've been benched.
Sup, Peter?
Nomad sent home. Packing. You're not good enough for Oasis. You have to actually cheer them on, send them the good thoughts, and see how they do with it.
What happened on Radar?
What happened on Radar? Yeah, give me the mic. All right. Well, I'd say what happened on Radar is, we weren't expecting it. They came main and we took them down pretty good, but we lost track of I think 2 of their players. They boosted the guy up west and got those parts on our spawn, and that we just weren't expecting that. So,
where would you have defended regularly, east or west first? What's the priority?
Definitely west is a priority, but Axe and I up at west, we can usually take that no problem. It was just something that wasn't expected, and Radar isn't a map that we practice. It's surprising.
Okay, thank you very much. Take your seat for what is going to be a stunning match.
I want to actually watch you cast it the whole time that way. Just talking. There. Okay, wait, no, let's not do that. You're fired. All right, so we're waiting on 8 players to ready up, as we're also waiting to get Spartan in here, to get him on the server and get him in the game. It's 6 players sitting there for check6, only 5 for U5. We're on Oasis, waiting the second map in this winner's bracket final for enemy territory here at QuakeCon 2005. These guys getting comfortable on the map, warming up, waiting to sub in their player. Got to talk to Nomad for a second there. Now he's going to be cheering his team on front and center here in the Intel Lounge. We're going to be making eye contact with him.
Well, the thing is...
Oh, he's cute. No, I'm sorry.
Oh, so he's saying no. She's saying no. So, well, there you go. Anyway, the thing is, Nomad was a good luck charm in the last game against Modus. His cheerers obviously filtered through to the rest of the players, so maybe
when he's playing in the match, he can't cheer them on, and they need that like mental support of Nomad to get them through to the other side. So he's going to be here to give them all they need and force this into a third map.
Very true. Now, if it would go to a third map, it will be the higher seed that picks it, or would toss first. I don't fully understand that.
Okay, so what happens in one of these situations is you have the maps to select from. Highest, so you have 5 maps. They're sitting there. Highest seed says, I don't want that one. The lower seed says, okay, well, I don't want that one. They go back and forth, each tossing 2. The map that remains is the map that they play for the third map.
Now, we are hoping that we will get this third map just to lengthen this game, because what I worry about with U5 is that defeat after the confidence they will have come out of that Modus game. You know, they will be buzzing after that Modus game.
Right.
That defeat might suddenly knock it all out. Suddenly they have nothing, they're demoralized.
Well,
Riley doesn't agree, but then Riley said DS were better than U5.
Yes,
so.
but good. I mean, first of all, you talk about this as that Radar was a map that they weren't practicing as much. So they're like, okay, we kind of got caught off guard. We probably should have thought about that more. You picked it?
Why did you pick a map that you didn't practice?
They don't know. So basically, they were intoxicated on balls or something. Some caffeinated drink messed with their... Hey, now don't be going there. You've seen them here. They were intoxicated on caffeine so that I don't hurt your sensibilities. And they sat there and went, oh, let's just pick a random map. Radar sounds good. And it just didn't work out for them. But they are now, they're mollified. They're saying, okay, well, that was not a good idea. Let's regain our confidence and come in here fighting. We are not going to lose. We have to give them hope.
They're no longer sucking balls. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And we're underway with check6 going to get themselves back in position. They're going to start this one off. Let's see. Elps is going to be the one to cover this right tunnel. He's going to drop a grenade out forward any second now. There it goes. Apparently, black grenade in from Revers. Support 5-4 from the allied side. Silver and Aaliyah already down. Both smokes being exchanged here. And Elps is going to try and back raid 1. It is actually hit the deck. Now Elps in that Mystic, no thanks type position. Self-kill come in. Very aggressive as we've seen it. And now already that first attack has dissipated. Nothing doing for U5 on the early push.
No, they aren't. Now we're watching Knight from check6 as he's guarding these hallways, lobbing out the grenades in all directions, just waiting for them to come through. Let me just jump up here. Oh, I hear I get touched. I'm going to switch views. There we go. So we're going to watch Alea. He's dead. Let's move over. Trying to find someone from U5 to follow. Spartan just inside this walkway. He's going to get destroyed. Trying to come out that side entrance. Revived by his teammate. Spartan still hanging in here, waiting for the rest of his team to join him. He's by himself. He's looking back and forth, trying to heal up, waiting, looking, dodging grenades, dodging explosions, and he is going to hold back. Now going to make the move. check6 dropping down from the heavens above. Spartan gets a nice shot in there, and then he is picked off by, that is going to be Dozer finding Spartan. So Spartan at least took one down with him, but his teammates just didn't come up and catch up with him. Look at the explosions coming in from those grenades from check6 Elps, tossing him right in there towards that command post. They have nowhere to hide. They're hiding around the corners, and that's still not far enough away to stay alive. This is a 20-minute half, 18 minutes and 21 seconds left to go here, and we're watching for the Oni once again coming out. Artillery support rains down, and Spartan caught off guard. Gotta watch out for these explosions. Once they start, it's hard to dodge them, and Spartan will get revived, back in action. Here comes the attack, making their way down the ruins hallways, and more death coming out. The grenades from all directions. It's just a cess fest of grenades down there in the ruins.
How many bullets do we think U5 have fired in this one? It's not working. They're slowly pushing and just running. Med packs out. Med packs out. Let's charge up. Let's charge up. Let's just get massacred because we're not shooting back at them. They need to take it slow. They need to take it easy. Med back. Build up. Support fire out. Use that to shift them out of position, and then slowly, as a unit, as 6, push up that middle entrance. Keep the fire down. Arty from Jack. Bye-bye.
Nice.
Bob and Spartan down. And look, let's take a simple shot accuracy here. 88 shots fired from Intact. Maybe he's had a quiet game, but Aaliyah has only fired himself 29 bullets. That is the difference in how these two teams are playing right now. U5 simply have forgotten where the trigger is. Knight cutting down to Aaliyah. Special annihilated there by the captain of the team, and check6 really looking good so far.
So we have 17 minutes, 7 seconds left to go. We have U5 making their ways through the hallways, down low, splitting right now. Spartan running by himself as a medic, starting to head down the stairs. The rest of his team not there. They're going to have split just 2 of them trying to make an attack. They won't run outside this time. We're going to switch over to Axe, who's on the top level, comes over to the side. There he finds Knight, and he just starts wailing away with his weapon, not able to do much more than die after that one. Going to have to spawn in once again. 16:40. We got Silver looking off to the side. Is it time to make the move? He is a field op, so this could be his opportunity to throw some damage out ahead of his team. Silver's still up here next to the command post. He's just gonna start throwing stuff out there. No fires put out. Oh, and as soon as he makes his move, it's like, oh, hey, look, a grenade. I think I'm gonna die yet again. Looking at check6, they have to feel pretty confident about how their crossfire is working. They're guarding all of the exits. They're throwing continuous damage down with support fire, artillery strikes, grenades, every direction. As soon as the grenades blow up, they follow up with some fire. And these guys, I mean, U5 is not making it past like that first exit. We aren't even seeing them making it over to the ceilings of the old city. They're just getting nowhere so far. They've wasted away over 4 minutes without much activity outside of that exit from the command post.
Someone has got to go over there and unbind U5's medic packs, because they're running out with them far too often, getting caught with their pants down. And really, it is just Jack double MP40 frag clearing out there. Aaliyah and Special both down. U5, I don't know what to say about them. You know, they've got undeniable talent, but they're just pubbing it right now, and it's not working for them. And I think Nomad is going to go over there right now and unbind all of their med packs.
I think he might just slash unbind the whole entire thing and say, guys, try this again. Start over. You get the right keys going for you, and we'll see what happens. Aaliyah comes out. He's running across the map. Gonna be torn to shreds by a grenade. Revived by his teammates as a field ops. He's just he comes back into play, and he's just going, who do I shoot? I don't know what to do. The rest of his team was dead at that point. They are now going to spawn in nice and fresh. We've got 3 going down low, 2 going up top. They come out the other side. The explosions begin. Not much happening as far as throwing out some support fire or artillery strikes from the allied side. And once again, you're telling them, guys, come on, at least try to do some damage, try to shake them up a little bit, make them go into the corners so that you have a straight shot at it. They're just not utilizing all of the classes in this game. They're just like, hey, look, we've got guns, we've got med packs, what more could you need?
Well, right now they're not even utilizing the guns as much. So
Well, they are. I mean, you watch them, and what are they doing? They're running out there, and they're just shooting. But it seems like they're just running out into the open instead of trying to, shake things up before they make their way into the open to start attacking. They aren't even, no grenades, no nothing, just run out and start shooting.
Well, Elps and Jack coming in, clearing house. Spartan Silver both out for the count. Bob with that Thompson picking up Jack. Finally, U5 getting one back there. And as Dozer goes back into position, it's pretty simple. If they would have dropped 2 medics in that command post, keep Revers occupied with a 3rd player, they can lay down some real fire, but they're not. Right now they're in real problems, and as they run out of that command post, it's med packs in hand, and U5 just struggling to make their impression here. There is Elps trying to rack up one. Aaliyah with a Thompson, following up with the support fire. Holes starting to appear perhaps as they'll go through. Look at Elps though, gonna stop them down in the back, dropping Special, the revive going in on Special, gonna appreciate that from U5. They are very, very quick to pick up their teammates. They're unlike, teams like DS obviously are today, absolutely allergic to their needles, and Rivers double rifling as soon as they get anywhere. Rivers shuts them down.
Spartan had a good play there, though. Starting to make it. They did get through. Got a hold of the flag. Didn't even see that. I was watching Spartan. He was making his way across the map, actually looking behind him, making sure he wasn't getting flanked. Got through there. We do have U5 moving into the next stage of this level. They will spawn in the old city. Now it's time to get Dynamite down, and they are well on their way to making this happen. Aaliyah as the engineer. We've got a covert ops in play. We're going to get the covert through. Oh, they come to the other side. Mortar rounds raining down. Got to watch out for those bad boys as we are watching Spartan making his way as medic up top, trying to do as much damage as possible. Look at that support fire. Going back and forth, we had support fire from Silver connecting with 2. Silver able to throw one back just before he dies, only got 1. So obviously that exchange went out for the U5 team. 12 minutes, 26 seconds. This may be a change in fortunes for U5 as they seem to have finally pulled themselves together, but they've got a lot more ahead of them here on Oasis. We have 2 anti-tank guns. The old city this game is nowhere near over.
How is Jack doing this? RT coming through, he's wrecked himself up one, going with that MP40, 1 on 4 or 5, and Jack collects himself up for a total of 3 or 4 frags there. How is one man allowed to do that? I do not know. He's simply prone down, waiting for them to go for a revive, and he's blocking them off one by one. Why are they not prioritizing that? If one's reviving, someone else is shooting. When you got 4 people, it's just a worry if U5 that they're starting to lose concentration, starting to lose their momentum and their focus.
Watching right now. I just want to let you guys all know, if you're waiting around for the Q2 match, this is the last match of the evening here at QuakeCon 2005. We'll be back underway tomorrow morning. We'll give you status updates, but right now, let's focus on this U5 versus check6 match. 11 minutes, 25 seconds left out of a possible 20. We are on the other side of the map. We are now worried about those anti-tank guns. Get the engineers in there and get the dynamite planted. Which attack is U5 using right now? We see them going to the south side, trying to see what they can get done on those anti-tank guns. Any sign of the engineers making it inside as of yet?
No, but they did the hard job. The hard job on Oasis against check6. Down Knight, down Revers. Eventually, they did so, but the calls had already gone in, and there was reinforcements coming from Jack and Dozer. But that's what you have to do. Revers and Knight can win this game almost single-handedly on Oasis. The defense is that strong. Revers is here, he's there, he's everywhere, he's back alley, he's north gun, he's in front of spawn, he's just dropping them left, right, and center. He's dropped that rifle nade in, he's now giving chase all the way around. He's going to down Smart the engineer. Aaliyah going to hit the deck as well. Revers just annihilation here. Finally gets a taste of his own medicine from Aaliyah. Special goes around, gets a revive as well. And now, U5 suddenly have 4 players outside the Oasis fortress. Can they utilize it? Stop, think, look, go as a team. Make sure that you are utilizing this fact that you have a real army here, a real chance of making a push. Will they? Well, so far they haven't rushed anything. So far they are just going to wait and wait and wait, which is good.
They're going to sit out here, try to get everyone ready to attack. Alea using that rifle nade, tossing as much damage out as possible. I don't think Knight saw him behind him, and Knight is going to be taken out of action for just a little bit longer. Alea making great use of that rifle nade, still waiting for the attack to come through. Wants to get in there and get some dynamite down. Also wants his teammates to say it's time to go. We do have a team kill going on there as Knight steps over Revers' landmine. You know, that's not a good move on that part. You know, you got to watch out for those landmines by your engineer. Oh, Alea gets just a little bit too close to that support fire, and the engineer is down for the U5 team. They'll have to wait for him to spawn back in. 9 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in this first half of the Oasis match. We're looking for U5 to set a time. Dozer tossing out the grenades, trying to do as much damage as possible to keep the U5 team off the south side. Where is U5 coming from right now, TosspoT? Focusing on the north?
They're just stuck outside north and spawn, but this is where you have to capitalize. check6 love the self-kill. You know, where would they be without self-kill? You had 2 people pushing forward and getting fragged, then 2 self-killed as well. That's 4 out of position. The push did not come. It should have done, and U5 can capitalize if they wait on this. But I'm impressed by the discipline. Special, not in a hurry. Not going to wait for, you know, not going to just let any old check6 player come along and frag him. He's just going to watch his teammate 6. He's always covering the back where check6 like to go from the rear and come out of spawn, frag anyone going up to north. Look at this, they're doing exactly that. Night tunneling going through, pummeled down by Silver. Exactly what we're saying they need to be doing. They're doing it. Silver has lost his medic there, but he will make his way around to that east entrance. U5 might have a hole here. They might have something that they can work with. Revers again, though, so mobile. Sees the danger and is there to end the danger. Oh no! Silver comes in with the Thompson, dropping him. And now, U5 have to make this count. They have some frags on the board. They have to stop them.
It's time, so we're watching as we have U5 making the move. We have Spartan and Alea as the engineers. Spartan coming around the backhand side, looking towards that south anti-tank gun. He's waiting for his teammates, looking out there, dodging just a little bit, making sure there's no one. And he's, I don't see where his teammates are. They must be inside making the attack, or he's waiting for them to spawn in. Comes towards that south entrance, still by himself. His teammates around the back, waiting to join forces with him. 7 minutes, 45 seconds left. Let's take a look at a few more of these U5 players. Axe is a medic around the corner. Jumps up, get a jump on Rivers. Nice play by Axe there, as Rivers was going to come out and try to see how much damage he could do to the guys around back. Not going to happen this time. Still no attack to get in and get dynamite planted, but do we have a move coming out here soon? I'm hoping so, as Jack inside here guarding that south. Let's see, where is he at? North anti-tank gun out around the back. He's actually running through the spawn points for the Axis team, just doing as much crossfire damage as he can. And I'm still looking for U5. It seems like Alea's trying to make it in towards that north side, and these guys still not getting a push inside with their engineers. You talk about them taking their time, but is there a point where you're taking too much time, just waiting outside, going, okay, guys, are we ready?
Well,
are we ready? Are we ready?
Let's cast our minds back now to GodZinc versus U96D. If you knew, U96D have become check6, and check6 were quite happy in that game to just hold and hold and hold, while in the Game Hosting Cup, GodZinc were happy to just run around the outside of the fortress and never make the push. check6 will, as aggressive as they will quite happily let you run outside as much as you like if you're not going to touch their guns. They're happy. Now, again, they need to actually make a push on these spawns. 2 self-kills, not one of them damaged on the spawn at all. We have 6 minutes and 25 seconds, or U5 are losing this.
Now we're getting things really... Oh, nice rifle nade from Revers. You know, he keeps on running outside, looking around back. These guys have got to start picking up on the fact that he knows they're out back. He's going to come for them. You just can't stand there waiting for him because he will nade you. A lot of damage being handed out. 6 minutes and 6 seconds left to go. We're getting closer and closer to a full hold, which is a situation U5 absolutely does not want. That will make this match over. Explosion! Knight coming through, obliterating special. Inside we have Alea trying to make his move outside. He's got that rifle nade lined up. His teammates are off to the side. They're flanking him. There's 3 of them working together. Will they make the push inside? Alea coming around the corner and still waiting for the attack to come. Revers out of play for now, but how long will that last if they're not willing to go inside and make use of the time available to them? 5 minutes, 30 seconds. Alea as the engineer running around out back. Don't stay still too long or Revers will find you. Waiting for support from his team and still no attacks coming inside.
Not gonna happen. Knight gonna push forward now. Back from the dead. Gonna go back through spawn. Knight and Elf both out. Push spawn. The defense is down. Make the most of it. They're not. They're gonna go up to north. They're gonna go through. It's gonna be Axe special. Slowly waiting outside the north end of second arch. Goes forward, trips a grenade, and Axe actually going for a self-kill there. I don't understand it. They're going to push around to east, clear through, go to east, and go to south as well. Revers in, going forward, check6 just clearing up that defense. Landmine separates, Spartan and his medic. Another medic comes in, sorry, it's an engineer, it's Alea, and they've just been mopped up quite nicely from every entrance they possibly want to go. But U5 finally getting inside those 4 walls of the Oasis fort.
That's a good sign, but can they convert that into a dynamite plant on either of those anti-tank guns? We're looking around. I've got Spartan as an engineer coming off the spawn, coming around the backside. He's going to look from potentially a south attack. No, he's going to rotate back around towards the Axis spawn, looking inside, trying to do some damage while trying to stay alive. Needs a little help from his teammates. He's not going to get it, and Intact going to take him out of play. Axe comes around the corner, whips out that needle, stabs his teammate, and gets him back up and running. Spartan rotating around back with 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. Still trying to get that engineer inside. Spartan around back, but he seems to be alone right now. There comes Alea. 2 engineers trying to group up together, but Alea's going to be taken out of play. Spartan out of play as well as Revers once again with those rifle nades finds them out back. Out back every single time. Just tosses a rifle nade. It's like, I'm guessing, like 4 times out of 5, he throws a nade out there and someone's waiting for it. So it's like, it's time to change your positions, guys. I suggest inside the stronghold, where those guns are. Get some dynamite down, at least make an attempt on it, because we're not even seeing attempts on planting dynamite, and I understand you want to work with your team before you go in. You want to make sure you're just not being a lone gunman, but there is a time when you have to take advantage of your opportunities and actually try to turn that into a plan.
Yes, there is, but also the fact there is, if you want to clear the area out, at least spawn cam a touch. At least, you know, drop a glove in their spawn just to let them know that you're actually on the server. Because, they're coming out of spawn unchallenged, into position, and check6, they're quite happy to self-kill, do anything they want. Elp's actually pushing all the way forward, double self-kill in, and that means, again, they have to get themselves back into position. And check6, okay, they're good, but this defense is beatable if you actually focus on it. You know, we've seen check6 lose this season. Parodia, Helix, they are beatable. U5 are just trying to play the A game. They're just trying to go into 1v1, v1, v1. And it's working. I mean, Axe dropping Knight. Leah going to get Vengeance Frag in there, but now they'll go through a game. There's the grenade right down to spawn. Again, though, 1v1, v1, that's fine. But when it comes down to a position, North is absolutely clear for them.
Absolutely. Now I'm watching in here, 2 minutes, 26 seconds left to go. Still watching for action inside. switching around here. Gonna find Aaliyah, see what he's doing. He actually needs to be revived by his teammate. He will get the revive, load up that rifle nade, and try to make a push on that north gun. Walks past, Axe gonna try to clear the way for him. Aaliyah continues to rotate around back, finds another teammate waiting. That's gonna be Spartan, another engineer. Watch out for the artillery support coming around the backside. Make sure you don't get owned by that. A little bit of damage going on Aaliyah. He's gonna need a little bit of help from a medic if he doesn't watch out. Trying to pistol whip across the map. He will connect with some heavy damage. Can he make it inside? He's starting to sneak in. 1 minute and 45 seconds. He almost gets in the stronghold and then falls back once again. He's doing as much damage as he possibly can, but with no support from his team to actually get inside, he's not making the move. This may be it. Aaliyah may actually be heading inside. He's headed for that south gun. All things seem clear. He's in position. He's going to switch right now. Rifle nade. Just
Well, he doesn't have the charge. He wasted those 2 rifle nades earlier on, which actually drew attention to his position, but they didn't care about that. U5 coming with artillery and Thompson frags there. He has the charge right now. If they can combine this with a nicely timed north push where the rest of the players seem to be, look at that. Actually drop down from the north anti-tank gun. Dynamite is yellow on the north anti-tank gun. It is going to be a revive. Spartan's there.
There it is.
U5 have awoken. They get not 1 but 2. It is 30 seconds to hold on. That dynamite will blow in 35 seconds exactly. Where are check6? We have Dozer trying to make his way from that command post. Fires Bob. Bob throwing him down. Dozer taking a bit of damage there, but he's got back up from Intech. They're going to siege their way through. Grenade coming in from Spartan and Silver. Let's hover over across towards that south anti-tank gun where the engineer has been destroyed. Oh, the dude's going in. There it is. 2 seconds to go. Rivers knocks this team possibly into the losers bracket. Second engineer going in. It's Spartan. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He's got the dynamite down.
This could be it. We're watching with 30 seconds left to go. Can they hold on to that south anti-tank gun? They are all over the map here. Let's bounce out into hover view and keep an eye as check6 moving into position. Will they get an engineer in time? Engineer Jack moving inside. They're looking for the defuse with 12 seconds left, and a double defuse comes out. Dynamite defused. The south anti-tank gun will not be blown. Full hold coming out here. Last ditch effort by U5. Just a little bit too late.
Well, you have to congratulate them. They kept going, they kept going, they kept going. Only with 1 second to go did they give themselves that chance, but check6, the right team won, that's for sure. Looking at the frags, it's pretty embarrassing if you're a U5 fan. Elps 37 to 29, Revers 44, Jack 30, Knight 32. Over on the other side, just 2 players making it past 20.
Well, and like you look at the efficiencies here, all of the players except for 1 on the check6 team holding well over 50%. So they're landing a lot of their shots there. And
you got a feel for Intech though. He gets 3,000 damage, and the player next to him, Dozer, with less, gets 7 more frags. So, you know, check6, absolute dominance. You look at that Modus versus U5 game, and suddenly excitement comes, because suddenly Modus lost because U5 were absolutely on form. They were aiming, They were here, they were there, they were everywhere. And I don't know what happened. I don't know whether it's the maps. Influence could be that rifle native Revers, both on Radar and Oasis, and everyone knows it. But check6 came into this tournament the favorites, and right now they have fended off all comers.
They have. Now, an important thing, you talk about U5, they had a tough match here. They had a great match versus Modus, a tough match versus check6, and a lot of times that can just reset your priorities. You go home, people start yelling, go back to your hotel room, people start yelling at each other. Finally, they start to talk about what do we need to change on our strategies to make tomorrow work for us. So this could put them in the right mindset. It could also obliterate them for the remainder of the tournament, because that's a big ego crush. I mean, to have gone from just rolling over your prior opponents to being rolled over yourself, it can be hard to come back from something like that.
It would take a very, very brave man to bet against check6 right now.
Yes, it would. Are you brave?
No.
Oh, all right. So here's where we stand. Day 2. This is day 2. I've lost track of time, really, to be honest. I have no idea if it's day or night out there.
Well, it's almost day 3.
It is almost day 3. Day 2 is coming to a close. All the matches are done for today, but tomorrow morning we'll be starting at 10 a.m. with a Quake 2 match. And guys, come by the website at radioitg.com and we will have a schedule update as well as we know it for tomorrow. At 4 p.m. Central Time, we will get the enemy territory finals underway. From 6 to 9, the rest of the finals will play out for the 1v1s, so you can mark your calendars for those times. They will happen. The rest of the time, as I said, on the website, we will keep you up to date at what's going to be coming up tomorrow.
Now, Idle were playing Modus Operandi.
Right.
And I just wonder how that one went on. That was over in the lower bracket. And Idle really, both two very, very strong teams. In fact, as we look around, it is not even that. It is Connect versus Wolfenstein.
So you're just making up games now?
No, I gave one of the Idle players my headset because he didn't have one. Anyway, shall we just get a final word from Nomad after
I would like to hear from Nomad. And in fact, what I'd like to do is I'd like to bring Nomad up here just to have a little chat about QuakeCon. He's been hanging out with us pretty much of the time. So let's go ahead and bring him in here and hand this off to him.
I was getting benched there, a Riley style. Okay, so Nomad, it is... Nomad will be with you in just 1 second. Now let's reflect on, before we get this underway, on what we've seen. We've seen a lot of solid performances today from teams that, we may not have expected. You guys against Modus, DS going out in phenomenal style.
Right.
And tell me, what does it feel like now?
Well, I'll tell you, everybody's heart's really pounding. We lost a little bit of momentum with this match, but I'd say that we're definitely gonna be able to get it back. Gonna have to talk to the guys in the room, have a little bit of wall-to-wall counseling, but just reflect on what happened tonight and see if we can pick up.
Does that just not really, really deflate you, though? Do you not just think now check6 are unbeatable?
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
Good. I mean, you guys have another shot. You're into the losers bracket. There are some good teams in there. But, you've proven against Modus, who are possibly going to take third. We don't know just yet. Idle are there as well. That you guys have what it takes. There is a distinct gap, if we judge on that Modus match, from you guys and the chasing pack. Who knows whether that is to be the truth or whether that is to be found out. Or, what would you say if I said your game versus Modus was fluke?
I'd have to challenge that. That's definitely incorrect.
Well, I mean, you proved against Modus how great you are, how organized you can be, how in-your-face you can be, and there was no in-your-face. There was no firing back.
Right.
You just, I don't know, you were very, very generous to the check6 team.
I think partly what plays into that is the experience that these guys come and bring to the table. united5 comes to the table with me and Battleaxe as the only players that have any experience in first-person shooters outside of Wolfenstein enemy territory. And then if you look at the roster for check6, you have, I think it's 4 pretty good players that come straight from Return to Castle Wolfenstein, straight over to enemy territory. And so that experience pays off in the end.
Certainly does. Nomad, we'll follow you guys through the losers bracket as well. There's a whole lot of action coming up tomorrow. It's all going to end at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Will he be in that final?
Yes, we are going to be in the final.
Wow. Brave talking. Thank you very much, Nomad of united5. You're inside the game. That's about all, folks, as I shut the hell up because it's not about all, folks. We have more coming up for you. We'll be right back here on Inside the Game.